Hi, thanks for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. It's Wednesday and I wasn't gonna fish today, but I had to drive up to Cabela's and reload on jigs. So I was this close to the river, I threw my rod in the car, figured I'd go down and fish for a couple hours in the river right behind here in Errands I. If you're this close to the river, you have to fish. I mean, that's a law, right? Monday, I had a really good day down at Sparks. I lost 2 big trout and I got a big brown in the net, probably over 20 inches. So I got river fever right now. So I'm gonna go down there and fish for a few hours, see if I can't get something in the net. And it looks like they're building more apartments over the Truckee River. This whole area in Errands I has just been built up like a city. So here's thousands of more people that'll be living right here. So I'm not exactly sure what to expect. It looks like it's flowing pretty good into there above this diversion dam. I don't know what it's gonna look like down below. So this side channel looks pretty full. I don't even know if there's fish in there. I never even mess with it. But I'm seeing white water down there, so I think it's worth me hiking down there to start out. Man, someone needs to get down there and cut this brush. Just seems like a little bit of a fire hazard to have a bunch of dry brush under this big wooden structure. Got fish down here, but I've been skunked down here a few times on this section, but it's a new day. A little above the river here, cross current. And I like to sometimes fish high above the water like this because I can get down there with my net if I get something. Is that I just like to see if there's interest. I like to see if anything's following it, if I see any flashes. And so far I've seen nothing. Nothing. It doesn't get much tougher than 0. Man, it has really grown in, all this brush and weeds and prickly stuff. Since the last time I was down here, they must have cleared a lot of it out, but it's back with a vengeance. I just had a big rainbow in that little stretch right there. He circled it and swiped at it, but he wouldn't take it, so I'm gonna fight my way down, fish a little bit, and then I'm gonna go back and give him another shot. Usually when they reject it once though, you're pretty much done. So, because I threw it a second time and he didn't even look at it. It's time to climb out of here, hike back up and over, and go back over to that diversion dam and then fish as much upstream as I can. I don't know how bad the growth is gonna be. The growth is really bad over here. And I went back and cast at that big rainbow or Lahontan or whatever it was. It had a big red stripe that came out, but that thing never showed itself again. And all I got on me are 1/8 ounce jigs. I got one little box. So once I threw it a couple times, I might as well have been throwing bricks. Discovered there's fish in here. I just had a fish come up and bite. It was small. It was only about, it was like a little, maybe 10-incher. But if he's in here, there could be something big in here. Doesn't say no fishing. So I've hiked over to where the diversion dam is, and the growth is looking gnarly. So I don't know how much fishing I'm gonna actually do down here, but usually you can fish. That slow stuff behind the dam, I usually don't catch anything in there because I'm fishing jigs, and jigs in slow water just aren't good. Fish have too much time to look at it. They'll follow it, they'll circle it, but a lot of times they're not gonna hit it. But that doesn't mean I'm not gonna make a few casts. If you stay on the train tracks, eventually you hit this road, and this road takes you right over there. Like I said, I usually don't get anything down here above this dam, but you still got to make casts because you never know, you know? You never catch anything until you do. And it could be, you know, something really big. Typically, I need to get in water that's moving a little better, but the flow is strong, so I don't know. Maybe that'll help. Of course, I hooked something on the third cast. After I said I'd never catch anything. Of course, I ran my jig deep and there he was, waiting for me. Ah, there we go. It's a nice rainbow, nothing big. I get my hand wet on the net. Jig's already out of his mouth. Usually fish this small just fall off the hook. There he is, nice rainbow, get him back in the water. What I did for that fish is, I threw it diagonally cross current and I'm skipping it along the bottom because you figure there's gonna be fish down there feeding on crawdads. So by keeping my jig down there, maybe I can run into something big. I thought I was snagged when I had that fish. I thought it was caught on a stick or something because I'm just not used to catching anything down here. There's some kind of trap right there and there's an actual some kind of mammal's dead in there. And it got their muskrat or whatever, but they got to come back and get it. God, the growth out here is just horrible. I might have to go find somewhere else to fish because I can't get around this water. I don't got waders. If I can get around this little band of water that's cutting me off from the main river, I can fish quite a bit, but I don't think I'm ready to walk through with my boots. Here we go. Looks like I got around it. Over here was worth it. I can't go any farther, but I can range this to the other side as long as I don't get it into the bushes. That was short. And this is good water for jig fishing. That other stuff was just, that slow stuff, I mean, they look at it and they follow it. It's really frustrating because they won't hit it. It was like when that rainbow came out earlier. It was just, the water in that little side area where he was going slow. And he just was looking at it and circling it. And he's like, what is that thing, dude? Got a brown. He's not huge, but he's nice. All right, look at my net. And in this deep run, I'm just bouncing my jig right along the bottom, casting upstream to down. This isn't the biggest fish, so if he jumps, I could just lose him. Whoa, there he is. Come on, calm down, buddy. Simmer down, simmer down. You just calm down there. Let him revive a bit. See, you get him in that net, and he could just kind of sit in the current. The water's nice and cold. He's ready to go now. He's nice. It's a nice, beautiful fish. I'll take it. Hey, I wasn't even gonna fish today. Basically for that fish, all I did is I cast it upstream and it's deep, but it's moving here. And I'm running along the bottom and I'm trying to see if there's something big down there feeding. And that guy nailed it. There we go. Oh, no, that might've been a snag. That might've been a snag. I don't want to give any false alarms here. The river looks so easy to fish from the other side, but I'm pretty sure that's private property. I really don't know. Eventually they're gonna have to come and clean some of this stuff out, or else it is just gonna be a tinderbox if it ever lights up. I mean, that is some bushy stuff, man. Oh, I just had a rainbow. I thought it was a much bigger fish. He jumped out of the water and came right off. When you catch those smaller fish, they come off a lot with these jigs. The jigs, they don't have enough weight to hold them. But man, that fish hit. Like when he first got out in the current, I thought I had something big. But I saw him jump, so it was good that I got to see what I'm missing, and it isn't much. So that was all right. I mean, he came off before I could even get the camera engaged. All right, I gotta find a route out of here, man. There's just too much brush. And I'm willing to break through a lot, but man, this is a mess. I gotta get out of here and get up to the track and see what I can see. So there's some pretty good water up by the head. I wanted to fish down there, man, but the growth is just, it is just so thick. I got stuff stuck all over me. I'm over that brush. That's gonna do it. I had 4 errands to run today. I ran 1. I got jigs and then I started fishing, and it's the middle of the afternoon. I'm just gonna do it some other time. So I was a little disappointed. I only got those 2 fish in the net. Fishing was better than doing what I should have been doing. So it was a good time. I had fun. I'm starving. I'm tired. I'm going home. Thank you for joining me on Wilderness with Amani. Until next time.